Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of Rugby League stats, bets, and previews. Fellas, grateful for you being here. We're getting a consistent amount of viewers every single week. Fellas, keep showing up, and I appreciate your love and support so much. Fellas, let's jump into almost finals time. Can't wait. Who is your top 8? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate those comments as well. But fellas, let's jump into stats, bets, previews, and all that good stuff. Melbourne Storm take on the Penrith Panthers Thursday night footy. Storm, they have won 9 of the past 10 games against the Panthers at Amy Park. Brian To'o is consistently finding the try line through Melbourne's defence. The Panthers winger, he's scored 9 tries in his past 9 games against the Storm. And Melbourne are unbeatable coming off straight byes. The Storm, they have won the last 9 games immediately following the bye. Ivan Cleary is set to reach a milestone. The Panthers coach will come up to his 500th game as an NRL coach. Congrats, my man Ivan. And Moses Leo, he loves playing at Amy Park. The Storm winger scored 5 tries in his past 4 games. Fellas, I took the unders here, neither to 40, and I actually like Storm on the line here. Think Bellamy have the boys firing, ready to go. And you got to get Panthers when they're down and out. I think it's a great opportunity. So give me that bet to kick us off for the week. The Canberra Raiders take on the Brisbane Broncos. Canberra, they average 35 points across their last 4 games played at GIO Stadium. But Brisbane have the edge in this matchup recently. The Broncos, they have won 4 of the last 6 games against the Raiders. Jed Stewart comes in this one with red hot form. The Raiders winger has scored 5 tries in his past 5 games. There is also incredible trend on Ricky Stewart's side. The Raiders coach, he has won 8 of his past 9 games against Michael Maguire coach sides. Love the Raiders in this spot. Give me Savage, Sungy and Weeks 2+ combined, and Stewart or Strange 1+ combined for a bit of a Raiders try-fest, I think. Dolphins take on the Parramatta Eels. The Dolphins, they have won their last 7 games played at Suncorp Stadium. Josh Adokar loves scoring a meat pie at Suncorp. The Eels winger has scored 23 tries in 25 games at Suncorp. Jamin Asako, the Dolphins winger, has scored 10 tries in his past 8 games at Suncorp. And Talon De Silva is in some sneaky form. He scored 4 tries in his past 3 games. Selwyn Cobbo will reach a milestone. The Dolphins winger will play his 100th NRL game. Sneakily like the Eels here. Give me Eels plus 18.5 points. And give me Fox or Penasini 1+, and give me Cobbo just to get 1 meat pie. Newcastle Knights take on the Manly Sea Eagles. The Knights, they have won 3 of the past 4 games against the Sea Eagles, but Manly's defense is under enormous pressure right now. The Sea Eagles, they have conceded 150 points across the last 4 games. Dominic Young loves playing against Manly. The Knights winger has scored 10 tries in his past 10 games against the Sea Eagles. And Homole is ultra consistent against Newcastle as well. The Manly second row has scored 6 tries in his past 7 games against the Knights. And Fletcher Sharp is in some sneaky form as well. The Knights 5'8", he scored 5 tries in his past 3 games. Love the Knights here. Give me first half points over 18.5 points. Give me Ponga, Mazu, Dom Young, 2+ combined. South Sydney Rabbitohs take on the New Zealand Warriors. Rabbitohs, they have won their last 8 games played at Accor. The Warriors have enjoyed this matchup at Accor. The New Zealand Warriors have won 3 of the past 4 games against the Rabbitohs played there. And points aren't hard to come by for South Sydney against the Warriors. The Rabbitohs, they've scored at least 28 points in 9 of the last 10 games played against them. And Andrew Webster brings up a milestone. He will coach his 100th NRL game. Congrats, Webby. And Alex Johnson loves scoring a meat pie at Accor. The Rabbitohs winger has scored a remarkable 18 tries in his past 12 games played there. I was really tossing up between this, but I went for a bit of value and a bit of a long shot, but I went for Rabbitohs 1-12 and Johnson and Stretch 2+ combined. Hopefully Bunnies can get it done in a tight one. Sorry, my Warriors fans. I know I got a lot of Polynesian fans out there. Sorry, boys. St. George Dragons take on the Canterbury Bulldogs. Dragons, they are chasing 3 consecutive wins for the first time since round 2, 2023. But Canterbury have completely owned this matchup recently. The Bulldogs, they have won their last 6 games played against the Dragons. And Allianz has been a nightmare for the Dragons recently. They've conceded 237 points across 5 straight losses at this venue. The Bulldogs exactly haven't travelled well this season. Bulldogs, they have only won 2 of the past 9 away games. And Tyrell Sloan is absolutely flying. The Dragons winger has scored 8 tries in his past 8 games. The Dragons plus 12.5 points on the line. And give me Burton, Sloan, and Tuala 2+ combined, and first half points under 20.5 points. Ladies and gents, let me just interrupt you right there. Fellas, I appreciate everyone from buying a cheat sheet on the weekend. Every Saturday, I'm releasing 3 cheat sheets with Tryscorers, multis, head-to-head stats, key defensive stats throughout the season. Fellas, this is your one-stop shop for having a punt on the weekend. It's your ultimate guide and your one-stop shot for all your stats you need to know. There's no guessing work putting into your punt. So if you're having a bet on the weekend, make sure you grab a cheat sheet. It's for the price of your beer at the pub or your morning coffee. Very affordable and endless money you can make out of it. So it's my one-stop shop for you guys. If you're loving the show, you're going to even love these cheat sheets. This is all my hard work, 3 hours put into these. And make sure you check your inboxes. I will be sending a couple of you some discount codes to try them out. Let's get back to the video. I appreciate you, ladies and gents. The Gold Coast Titans take on Cronulla Sharks. The Titans, they have not defeated Sharks at Cbus Super Stadium since 2017. Cronulla have completely dominated this matchup. The Sharks, they have won 12 of the past 13 games against the Titans, and Gold Coast defense has fallen apart over the last 3 weeks. The Titans, they have conceded 108 points in their last 3 games. And Ronaldo, he loves playing against the Titans. The Sharks winger has scored 7 tries in his past 6 games against them. And Philip Sami is 1 try away from club history. He just requires 1 try to complete Anthony Don's try-scoring record at the Titans. Give me Sami and Ronaldo 2+ combined, and De Groot, Campbell, or Jojo for that 1 meat pie. Come on, Titans, let's get the dub. The Sydney Roosters take on the West Tigers. Roosters, they have won 18 of the past 20 games against the Tigers, and Tigers have actually enjoyed the trip to Allianz. The West Tigers, they have won their last 2 games played there. James Tedesco is ultra consistent against his former club. The Roosters fullback has scored 5 tries in his past 5 games against the Tigers. And Billy Smith loves scoring a try at Allianz. The Roosters winger has scored 5 tries in his past 4 games. It was tough to find a bit of value here, so I think I've done all right. Give me Tigers under 18.5 points to be scored. Give me Walker, Bobby Toya, Savala 2+ combined, and give me Billy Smith, Marky Mark, and Teddy 3+ combined for a bit of a try scoring fest. Fellas, good luck with that game. Try and bet around the wingers if you can. Fellas, find me on the feed. It's the same name, Reserve Greatest Podcasters here. Copy and paste my bets. Easy, nice and done. I am putting a couple different value bets and some exclusive bets that I don't have up here, so you can find that on the feed. But yeah, make sure you're following. Make it really nice and easy. Copy and paste, put your stake in, and easy does it. Let's move on to something different. Find out in the next slide. Okay, fellas, something different. I know we're at the end of the season, but I had a bit of feedback from you guys in the comments, and I am going to scrap the left, right, good night. I had no luck with that bet, and it was the only thing I didn't have stats around, so it didn't make any sense to keep going. So anyway, you guys wanted to know my head-to-head picks and tips. So let's start off with Storm take on Penrith Panthers. Of course as well, guys, I will be using stats, but also my personal tips. So take this as you will. I'm using stats and my own personal tips, who I think will get it up. So take that into account. Yeah, let's start off with the Storm take on the Penrith Panthers. I'm taking the Storm here. First underdog pick. I just really like them here. They've got some good stats to back it up. Storm, they've won nine straight games following a bye, so I really love that. And Storm have won 9 of the past 10 games against Panthers at Amy Park. Harry Grant's back, moves Wishart to the bench, and I just feel like they're in a really good spot here. So I'm going to take the Storm. And then we move on to Raiders take on the Broncos. I'm picking with the Raiders here. I think Broncos have been very disappointing. Leaking tries left, right, and center. Ezra Mann was horrific down that side. So I do like a sneaky, anyone who's going down that channel of Ezra Mann. So Matty Nicholson or Ethan Strange could be a bit of value there. But yeah, Raiders coach Ricky Stewart, he's won 8 of his last 9 games against Madge coach sides. So he knows a thing or two against Madge. So I think Raiders get it done. The Dolphins take on the Eels. I was leaning in my bet to the Eels on the line. I will go the Dolphins for the win, but I think Eels will make it interesting. It's just a big price. I had to take them on the line there. I thought that was really nice. But yeah, Dolphins, they've won their last 7 games at Suncorp. It's a bit of a fortress for them. So give me the Dolphins to get a dub as a favourite. Knights take on Sea Eagles. I got the Knights here. Knights have been looking really good, really in form. Fletcher Sharp's been standout. I think Ponga's going to light up. He's got a really good scoring record against the Sea Eagles. So I think they're in under a bit of pressure. Old Fosball. So yeah, Knights, they've won 3 of the last 4 games against Sea Eagles. So give me the Knights. Rabbits take on the Warriors. Warriors fans, look away. Rabbits, they've won 8 games straight at Accor. So they've looked really good. I purely picking the fact if Latrell comes back. So there is a bit of a give or take. If Latrell doesn't play, I will go with the Warriors as the favourites. But I like the underdogs here for the Rabbits. They really threw me off last week, so I'll give the Rabbits to get the dub as a underdog. Dragons take on the Bulldogs. I am leaning to the Dragons here. They always do this every year where they always slip up and beat these teams when they're just ready to get in form for the finals. So I think they will spoil the party of the Bulldogs. So Dragons, they are chasing 3 consecutive wins for the first time since round 2, 2023, which sucks as a bit of an underdog pick. The Titans take on the Sharks. I am going to go for the Sharks here. I think with no Braden Trindle, they still look pretty good. Nico Hines has got a great try-scoring record against them. And yeah, Titans, they haven't defeated Sharks at Seabus since 2017, almost 10 years. So I like the Sharks here. Titans will make it competitive, and hopefully it's a bit of a tri-fest. Rounding out, Roosters take on the Tigers. Easy pick here. Roosters, they won 8 in the past 20 games against the Tigers. Pretty easy pickings. Roosters is a bit of a lock for me. Winger locks backed up by some stats. Jed Stewart, he scored 5 tries in his past 5 games. And Broncos, they have conceded 12 tries in the last 10 games to left wingers. Billy Smith, he scored 5 tries in his past 5 games, and he has scored 5 tries in his past 4 games played at Allianz. Fellas, those are my winger locks. Add them to your multis or take them for one big multi for some absolute nice juicy cash. Let's move on to my value try scorers. Here's my round 25 value try scorers backed up by some stats. Nico Hines, the Titans, they have conceded 7 tries to halves and 5/8 in their last 5 games. And Nico, he's scored back-to-back doubles against the Titans. Kalen Ponga, the Sea Eagles, they have conceded 2 tries in the past 4 games to fullbacks. And Ponga, he has scored 4 tries in his last 5 games against the Sea Eagles. Will Penasini, he scored 3 tries in his past 3 games against the Finns. And Dolphins, they have conceded 5 tries in their past 10 games against left centers. Ethan Strange, he scored 2 tries in his past 4 games against the Broncos. And Broncos, they have conceded 4 tries in the last 5 games to 5/8. Fellas, add those to one big multi, or yeah, take them and add them to your multis to juice up those odds. Let's move on to my best bets. Best bet times has to be the Roosters game. I really tried to find some value, so hopefully that gets up. But I really like the Walker, Toa, and Savala. 2+ combined. I think like Walker could get a double. I could just see them peppering that edge. That's where they're weakest at on the Tigers side. My head-to-head, I like the Raiders and the Rabbits there for a bit of an underdog pick. And Ronaldo to get my Reggie bet, my first time try scorer. That'll round out our week of bets and stats, fellas. That's going to be it. No dribble for me or the 5% club. I'm rounding out. Hopefully you enjoyed my head-to-head tips. And yeah, really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you could, ladies and gents. And all my driving listeners, Spotify, make sure you give me 5 stars if possible. Fellas, have a good week. Gamble responsibly and appreciate yous. See you next week. Catch ya.